Hey guys, Colton here with Town & Country TV. Well, I'm excited because we're here at the SEMA Show 2021, and what we're going to do today is actually go through and rate every Bronco from good to better to best. Super excited to get to do this and get to see all these new parts and new Broncos.
Town & Country TV is giving away this Bronco that has been customized by TC Customs. Entering is very simple. For every dollar that you spend, you'll get one entry. This applies to merchandise only, so make sure that you stock up on t-shirts, hats, and stickers. They make perfect Christmas gifts for truck and Bronco enthusiasts. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that link down below for more information.
I do want to warn y'all, a lot of these clips from these Broncos are really short. We didn't have the time to walk around them because there was just so many, because this is such a big deal at this SEMA show. The Broncos have upstaged pretty much everything here, so don't forget that. We're here at the Air Designs booth. As you can see, they've got these awesome custom Fender Flares for this vehicle. They're smooth. They don't have any bolt holes that you can see. They did a wild job doing this paint job. They definitely took some liberties and did some crazy stuff. As you can see, they get the white and the blue kind of going on, the baby blue. With a set of white 20-inch wheels. I don't see a lot of Broncos with 20-inch wheels, but that's also a pretty cool thing. Tell us what you think about this thing. It's definitely its own style. And this is a super crazy build. As you can see, custom coilover setup, custom rubber control arms. These are actually 26s with 35s. They have custom painted metal bumper as well. This is a really cool thing, and they've kind of paint matched just about everything you can think of, including the trail sights. All right guys, what we have here is another Bronco. It does have a Rtr Country 3.5-inch lift. What's cool about this Bronco is it actually has 22-inch tires. That's a pretty cool thing. They also have the hidden winch mount for the non-modular bumper. Overall, it's a pretty sick build. A lot of Rtr Country parts on here, but it is a really cool looking vehicle. All right, we're at the Exr Booth right here, and what they've kind of done is they found a way to mount these racks on the existing rails instead of having to use a hardtop setup. That way you can get your tent up there and you don't have to worry about having a hardtop to have a tent. As you can see, this is a super custom build right here. It's got a custom vinyl wrap, it's got custom paint, roof, front grille. It has these old school wheels on here. That really just looks awesome to me. You know, instead of 37-inch tires, it does have the factory modular bumper on the front. I mean, besides that, this is just a super good looking build. This Bronco specifically has the Fabtech Lift Kit. It's got the Dirt Logic coilover. And what's cool about this is they've actually, on their brake kits, they've actually went and made this American flag. That's just a really cool add-on there. Besides that, you can get some four-wheel parts, fender deletes, four-wheel parts, step rails, and a front bumper. As you can see here, they've actually got a bull bar with an LED light in it. If you walk around to the side, Aries has actually come out with their own power-deploy steps. They don't look the best in my opinion, but if they work, they work, right? As long as they have some that are out that people can get in and out of these things, especially once you get them lifted up. All right, we're here at the Dv8 booth. What we got here is another bumper company. As you can see, they have got a bumper with all the bells and whistles, everything you can ask for in a bumper, along with skid plates. This thing does have what appears to be a BDS lift kit. They've also got these really cool metal fender deletes. That's another cool thing they have. Not only that, they have this heavy-duty tire carrier. That way, once you start getting these big tires, you're not worried about putting the stress on the actual bumper or on the tailgate. This particular vehicle has a 3.5-inch Rtr Country lift kit. What really sets this thing off is going to be these green accents. This thing really looks different. It's definitely going to stand out when you're driving it down the road. This is a pretty standard Bronco. It does have some Venomrex wheels on it. It does have an aftermarket warranted bumper on it. Let us know how you feel about these bumpers. You know, not having that hoop in there is kind of weird, but the exciting thing about this is they finally got the tube doors figured out here. As you can see, these custom tube doors. I know a lot of people waiting on those, so there they are. We're at the Skyjacker booth, and what they have here is a 3-inch lift that they offer for this Bronco. What's really cool is that they actually got a first edition here. You haven't seen a lot of those, and it is a Sasquatch model. Which leads me to believe that their lift kit will work with a Sasquatch. I'm just going to go out on a limb there and say that. They got the worn bumper. They got the LED lights on the front. They've got these huge rigid lights right here in front of the mirrors. Definitely not going to miss anything in the dark. Another cool thing they have here is this ABS front hood cover. I don't know exactly what to say. I know I've seen a few here that actually have the lights as well, so maybe we'll get to see one of those. All right, guys, so here at the Covercraft booth, I want to point out again these carbon fiber flares. Those are awesome. It's got a Fabtech lift kit. It's got Rockstar engineering rails. The thing that we kind of want to focus on this is actually the covers they have on here. These are actually Carhartt Covercraft seat covers. Not only do they have the seat covers, they have the dash cover as well. It's kind of cool. Keeps it protected because you know you're going to be taking this thing off-road and getting it dirty. Another cool thing to see is the actual front bumper with the winch and also the livery on it. We've got this awesome front bumper they have with a come-up winch. They've got this light bar mount up top. They also have this really cool setup that ties into your actual crossbars when you have your rooftop up to do a crossbar. So you can kind of carry some stuff up there. They have a really cool surfboard up there. They got some nice step rails, a rear bumper. Overall, this is just a really cool build with what looks to be a set of Falcon Wild Peaks. First set I've seen on a Bronco here. All right, guys, we're here at the Ford booth. This is an awesome build right here. It is a two-door. Does have a custom wrap on it. It also has these tube doors that I have yet to see. With the tube doors, they've actually painted this to match. They painted the bead sabers to match and the trail sights to match. They've got this Yakima rack on top with lighting and all the things you would need to ever take this thing off-roading. All right, so we're at the Z-Roads Off-Road Products. What they kind of have here is a Bronco with a set of 35s. It's got a what looks to be a 2 or 3 inch lift kit. What they kind of specialize in is lighting. If we head back up here to the front real quick, you can see that they've got their own light pod mounts for up here. They've got one to go across the front. Not only that, they actually utilize that factory bull bar area to set you up a light set up there, and it actually gets that bull bar down lower than the actual camera so you can actually use it again. We've got this awesome Bronco here. One of the big things that we really want to put out is Rtr is actually coming out with a lift kit for this. This is a 3-inch lift kit. They're going to be supplying shocks. They're going to have spacer kits, but this is an awesome, another option that we'll be able to carry once they release it. All right, guys, we're at the Dynomat booth. This one's particularly interesting because it has this custom hood, but it also has this awesome backlighting for this Bronco here. It is a new product that I have not seen yet. Again, this build's got custom paint on it. It's got custom bumpers. It's got some awesome interior as well, but we definitely want to touch base and let y'all see this awesome Bronco backlighting. All right, guys, we're here at the Arb Accessories Booth. As you can see, we got Outer Banks. We got some color match Fender Flares. We've got onboard air. We've got new bumpers, winch setup, huge lights. You're definitely not going to have any issue having any light there. Along with that, it looks like they got some step rails. Rear bumper looks to be the factory bumper. Set of Rtr wheels and a set of BFGs. All right, guys, we're here at the Morimoto booth. As you can see, they got some different headlights on this thing. That's kind of their thing, is they do lighting. This thing's got a crazy wrap on it. It's got a King coilover suspension lift with a set of, what we're seeing is Bronco factory upper control arms. Again, we're seeing these carbon fiber fenders again. It's kind of been a big thing where we're at. But yeah, this thing is just off the wall and a little different and definitely stands out. But this Bronco right here particularly has a BDS lift kit with Fox coilovers. It's got a set of KMC wheels. And if you look at the actual windshield, it's got those Baja Designs lights up there, and that's kind of what they're promoting at this booth right here. So there's a lot of lighting options that we've seen so far. We've got this 2021 Bronco, of course. Let's just do a quick run around this. It does have the full part 3-inch lift. It has a set of 37s on here. What looks to be a set of reserve wheels. These are 20s. It definitely fills out that 37 really nice with that 20 in there. Full parts, step rails. We've got a Quake light system and on the top end right here in front of the light. Fender Flare deletes. Looks like it's had a road armor front bumper on it with a worn winch. It does have this rooftop tent, rock slide engineering step rails, a set of 37-inch tires. It does have the Fabtech lift kit with the Dirt Logic coilovers. One of the cool things actually about this is the way they actually mounted this tent. They didn't mount it to like the top. They actually mounted it to the rails right here. That's something that I haven't seen yet, and probably a lot of people haven't. But back to the bumpers as well. It has a rear bumper. That's kind of it, man. This is just an awesome little build. We are here at the Westin booth. It's got a Bilstein lift kit, actually. First one that I have seen. It's on a set of KMC wheels, set of 35s. What they kind of do is they do bumpers, and as you can tell, they've got a pretty nice looking bumper. I'm a little worried about airflow, though, due to the fact that the skid plate kind of covers everything. But yeah, keep walking around, and we got some step rails as well that they carry for this. Some nice, mean looking ones. If you fall, you might cut your knee open on that, though. Nice rear bumper. So yeah, on this side they have a separate style step rail. All right, we're at the Afn booth right here. What you can see here is they've got this thing flexed out. It's got a set of King coilovers with some Camberg arms, front and rear. What actually is very exciting about this particular vehicle is, if you look, it's got this Afn front bumper. And this is something we've kind of been scouring to find ourselves, but it has a winch with the collision avoidance radar cruise control sensor right there in the front. So it's not being blocked. It's something that can be used. And that's a really cool thing. Not a lot of people have done that so far. So this Bronco actually belongs to someone that's been on our channel before, Josh. He's actually one that runs the Bronco Off-Rodeo. They've got him here at the Quake LED light set up. You can see they've got the pods here. They've got the bar going across the top. Not only that, we've got some RTR wheels, some bigger tires, rock slide engineering rails, and a bodyguard front bumper. All right, guys, we're here at the 4-wheel parts booth. Of course, with a 4-wheel parts booth, you're going to get your 4-wheel parts build. We got a 3.5-inch lift. We have got, 3-inch lift. We got the 4-wheel parts wheels, step rails, bumpers, winch mount, rear bumper, and the third brake light extender. They've done a really good job of putting together a really good package for this. I think they did a good job also with the color choice on this one and also the stripes as well. All right, guys, over here at the Mayhem Wheels booth, we've got a Bronco here, of course. It does have the 4-wheel parts special, as we call it. You know, we've got their lift, bumpers, fender delete, step rail, stuff like that. It is on a set of 37 1250 17s. It does look like they have actually painted the mirrors on this one and done an aftermarket antenna, and they also have that Quake LED light bar. Over here at the Rtr booth, we've got us a Bronco here with a rough country 3.5-inch lift. What's really setting this one off is going to be this Smitty built rooftop tent here. It is on a set of 37 13.5s. But yeah, this gold with black is definitely something that we've seen before on this channel. But one thing that sets this one off a little different also are these Bushwacker Fender Flares. It kind of pulls in that 13.5 and keeps you from throwing rocks everywhere. All right, we're here at the Turn 14 distribution booth. We've got here is a Bronco Badlands in this awesome yellow color. The livery is kind of what pulls this whole thing together. As you can see, they've got 14 on the side denoting the Turn 14. It does have a set of King pullovers with a Baja Kits upper control arm. It's sitting on a set of 315 70 17s. Just a set of Titan 7 forged wheels. But yeah, I mean, kind of what you see is what you get on this one. The big deal is the livery on it. We're actually here at the Mother's booth. This is a really sick build. It's got this crazy looking wrap on it. Not only that, it has a Camberg upper control arm with a set of King coilovers. It has a set of Rockstar engineering step rails, a set of 37s. It's got this BAMF front bumper. Y'all can figure out what that means yourself, but that's a cool add-on that we haven't seen yet. With a winch. Looks like the grill's actually painted. But yeah, that's about it. This is a pretty sick build. Still here at the Ford booth, we've got this custom painted Bronco here. It is a 4-door. One thing you may not notice is it's actually got custom wide body fenders on here. There's no bolts, there's no bolted on fenders. These are actually custom Fender Flares. It does have a set of Icon coilovers on it. Along with that, a set of 37-inch tires. So we're here at the Ntk booth. This is actually a Bronco that's being given away by Von Gittin Jr. All these products can be found on their website. This is kind of completely outfitted in their RTR build. This one is particularly special. It does have some parts in here from the actual Ford or Henry Ford home. Some of the wood inlay and stuff like that is from that. This does have a custom wrap on everything. Besides that, you know, it's the RTR build that you can buy all the parts yourself at their website and go check it out at that giveaway. We're at the Diode Dynamics lighting booth. As you can see, they got their own mounting system for this front bumper light set up, the roof light set up. They've got a 2-inch lift on this with some 35s. One of the coolest things they have, though, is actually going to be there in the back. It's actually got these reverse lights mounted right here, and it actually does not interact with the camera at all, so you still have complete use of your camera without having any kind of issues. We're at the DZ booth. First thing you're going to notice, they actually have this trail sight delete. They've got the fender flare delete as well. They've got some step rails. Another cool thing they have is this rack right here, so you can mount certain things. One thing that they're working on are actually these door covers. That way you're not seeing these ugly hinges once your doors are off. Come around back. They've got their own flip-down table, again with another mounting rack for things. You've got this rack here. You've got this pull-out sliding kind of contraption there. That way, you know, you can keep your cooler in there. If you need it, you can pull it out, you're not being hindered. Besides that, you know, this is just a cool build. It's a nice yellow color. I think this is a really cool color they've made on these Broncos, and it definitely stands out. We're at the Rockstar Energy booth. This one particularly has the BDS lift kit with the Fox coilovers. It's got some aftermarket bumpers. It's got the 4-wheel part step rails. It does have an awesome wrap on it, kind of old school. And one thing they did that I haven't seen on any other one is actually Rhino line the front grill piece. All right, guys, we're here in what isn't really a booth. It's just kind of a SEMA showcase. I just wanted to touch base on this because it's really cool, because this was actually at the Rebel Rally. It was driven by Catherine Reinhardt and Victoria Bondrent. You know, I love that they kind of just kept it the same. They left all the dirt on it, all the scratches, and just brought it straight here. Out here under this Ford tent, this is an RTR Bronco. It looks like they threw the kitchen sink at it with the RTR stuff. It's got this awesome livery on it. It's got the RTR branding. You know, it's got a lift on it. It's got different wheels and tires. It's got step rails. You know, you can hop over their website and see what all they offer. But this is an awesome build right here. this is an awesome build. It's got a set of Fox coilovers on it, a set of beadlocker tires, awesome set of lights on top so that you can see where you're going, a nice front bumper. And this is one of the fun haver vehicles. This is a Von Gittin Jr. build. What he's doing is awesome with these things, and working with Ford's definitely pushing the limits on these. We're here at the Rhino Rack booth. We've got this awesome Bronco here. It's wrapped in this beautiful blue color with some what looks to be exposed carbon on the top. It's got a set of 37-inch tires, some King coilovers, RPG upper control arms. What's really cool about this is that they have their rack system up top. They've got this step right here so you can step into the back really easy, and they also have this really cool looking awning right here, so if you want to get out of the sun, you can do that. Because we're here at the Truck Heroes booth, specifically their Havoc brand. This is kind of exciting news for the Bronco because this is actually a brand that's actually dedicated to the Broncos. If we walk around here, it's actually got a super lift, 3-inch lift. It's got Havoc side steps. It's got Bushwacker Fender Flares. It's got the extended brake light mount from Havoc. It's got Havoc bumpers, which is another cool thing. That's again another thing that we've seen a lot of as new bumpers. But yeah, this is super awesome. They're also going to be releasing these tube doors as well under their Havoc brand. It's just really cool to see that they're stepping out and essentially making a whole brand dedicated to this Bronco, which it definitely deserves it and needs it because there's going to be a lot of aftermarket parts for it. It's here at the Icon booth. We've got this awesome Bronco here. They've got this thing set up like that, and that's to kind of show off their new suspension kit. They've got the Icon coilover kit with this box style upper control arm. Another cool thing they have here, that with this kit you also get this trailing arm. They've actually done a really cool job of actually mounting the remote reservoir actually up out of the way. That's a really cool thing they did there. But yeah, we're super excited about this new Icon lift. Speaking of Icon, they've also came out with this amazing, I wouldn't call it a bead lock setup, but it is a DOT approved way to actually have a locking bead set up so that you can off-road and still drive this on the road. Those pins actually hold that to the bead. This is a very low maintenance setup from what they're telling us. Definitely a lot lower than regular bead locks. So definitely something to look out for. Guys, we're here at the Beltec booth. Most people know them for their lowering kits for vehicles. They actually do a ton of lift kits as well. This is a super exciting one. They're about to release their 0 to 4 and then 5 to 7-inch lift kit. This is going to be something that's on the market hopefully beginning of next year sometime, but we're super excited about this. It does have a set of 37-inch tires on here. As you can see, it's a 2-door. It's got the trim piece down the side. It's got a bodyguard mount for the LED light bar going across the front. They are going to offer this in just a strut setup and a coilover setup, so this is going to be a budget-friendly and big, nasty build kind of thing. Again, back to the bodyguard, they also have a bodyguard rear bumper. They've got a bodyguard rear tire delete. Yeah, this is a super exciting vehicle. We want to be able to carry as much as we can, and this is a good option that's going to be out soon. We're still out here at the Bronco Nation booth. What we've got here is a pretty modified Bronco. It's got a sick Amsoil wrap on it. It's got some beadlock wheels. Over here we've got another rally build. These things are far from stock and they are super capable, and it's just exciting to see what they're doing over here. Along with that, there's also this Bronco Sport. I know we haven't given these things enough love, but these things are still awesome, super capable vehicles, and we love to see them, especially modified ones like this. We're here at the Westin Super Winch booth. What we've got here is a Bronco on a set of 1552s, a set of Falcon Wild Pick MTs. This is their bumper with their Super Winch. It's got, a nice bull bar. It's got big lights. It looks to have a Bilstein lift kit. That's a couple we've seen so far. It's got the Westin step rails. It's got this really cool wrap on here. It's kind of subtle, and you really got to look into it to kind of see what it says, but it is a Westin. They've got their tag bracket right here, and their rear bumper. It's got places for lights. It's kind of an all-around good, sturdy-looking bumper. As you can see here, we're on the paddock area of SEMA. We've got Mitchell's Bronco here. Just kidding, not really. It's not Mitchell's. It is very similar, but it does have that Beltec 6-inch lift kit along with the bodyguard front and rear bumper. This is a super cool vehicle. It's showing how big these things can really get and what's going to become available very soon. So we're here at the Arturo Tires booth as well. We've got another Bronco here. One of the big things that's going to stand out there are these carbon fiber fenders. It's not your normal woven carbon fiber, but it is carbon fiber. We have seen a good few of these. It looks like this does have a Fabtech Lift Kit. It's got the Rockstar engineering step rails instead of 37 1250s. One thing that really sets this off is going to be this vinyl right here. It really pulls the whole almost vintage look together. It's kind of retro. It also has the worn bumpers on here. It's one thing that we've been seeing a lot of around here. We're here at the Warren booth. As you can see, they've got their bumpers on here. Another one that's got those cool LED backlighting for the Bronco wording. It's color matched. You got a Fabtech coilover kit. Got a set of what looks to be Warren wheels. I didn't know Warren makes wheels, but it looks to be Warren wheels with a set of 37s. This is a cool build. They have a really good display here and lots of cool things to look at. We're actually at the AccuAir booth, and this is kind of a super interesting one. As you can tell, this thing is going up and down. This has an AccuAir airlift suspension kit on it. They're not sure exactly the numbers for up or down, but it looks to me like it goes up about 4 inches and obviously drops down what has to be at least -3. It does have a set of 35-inch tires on it. All right, guys, we're at the ADD booth right now, and what they basically do is they make bumpers and protection stuff for vehicles. As you can see, they got the rear bumper there. We've got these I think it says Dirty Life wheels, and I actually really like when people take either the bead lock or the bead protectors and paint match them to match the truck. Along with that, it's got a really cool graphic on it. Getting over to the front, you can see that we've got the ADD front bumper with a couple huge lights. They have a few different options for different bumpers for these, but this is a really cool build. It's definitely something to be looking out for these bumpers. At the Ford booth here, as you can tell, this thing is wild. This is the Rtr Bronco. It's got these huge Fender Flares. It's got, you know, all this custom paint, these huge Baja looking lights. This is definitely an off-road vehicle. This thing is something you want to take out to the trails. One crazy thing on here is you can see it's got 4 Recaro seats in it, so you can have your passengers back here strapped down just like you're strapped down. It's got these custom bumpers. It's got custom mounts for all these accessories and everything like that, and it just looks wild. This is an awesome vehicle. They did fit some 37s on here, but this is one of the cooler builds here for sure. We've got a Snowmobile Bronco here. It's got a ton of add-ons, but specifically this thing looks like it was built to go in the snow, so you can go snowboarding wherever you want. As you can see, they got the snowboards up there. They've got custom bumpers. They've got a winch, custom vinyl. This thing is just a sick snowboarding build. This is a super awesome build. I don't know how much left of it is an actual Bronco, but it is a Bronco. And if you actually zoom in on these tires right here, you'll see why those look like that in just a second. But yeah, this is their rally vehicle. This thing is an amazing feat of engineering. I mean, you can just look at all the suspension. You can look at the giant tires. I mean, this is just a crazy build right here that could probably go anywhere and do anything you ever ask it to. This is a super custom build right here. It does have the BDS coilover lift kit on it. BDS did this this build actually, and as you can see, it cuts off right here and actually has a bed to it. This took a lot of fabrication. It's kind of their rendition on what would be a rescue truck. So as you can see here, they got the pull out here for all the equipment and tie downs and stuff like that for chainsaws and all sorts of tools. And besides that, it's got the cool stripe on it. It's got the BDS fire department sticker. So we're here at the Arturo Tires booth. They've got this awesome Bronco here. The first thing I want to point out is on 40s, is on their Arturo 40-inch tires, and that comes with what looks to be a Zone/BDS lift kit. It's got the BDS arms, of course. It's got a Hawk front bumper with a winch. The biggest thing you'll notice after this probably is the matte wrap on it. It's really cool, pulls it together, makes it look tough. It's also got a set of step rails that I haven't been able to see the name on them, but it's definitely something I haven't seen before. And along with that, to be able to handle this big 40 right here, they've got an upgraded bumper and swing gate for that. One other quick thing to mention is it does have upgraded front axles as well. We're here at the Bronco Nation booth right now. As you can tell, this thing is super exciting. This retro vinyl is awesome. You know, it's got some big 40s on it. What you probably haven't noticed yet is it is a solid axle Bronco. This is not IFS. This is a solid axle front end. First one I have seen, only one I've seen here. This thing definitely sets itself apart. It's got some nice bead locker wheels. Like I said, it's got fender deletes. It's got aftermarket front rear bumpers. I can't tell if they've got a mounting situation here. They do. They've actually made a custom mounting point for this spare wheel. This thing is just an awesome build.
All right, so I have grabbed the microphone from Colton to show you what is undoubtedly my favorite Bronco of 2021 in SEMA. So I'm 6'3", and you can see how tall this truck is compared to me. The reason for that is because it's got a set of 40-inch Nitto trail grapplers. And as you can see, it's wrapped in a set of black Rhino wheels. Now, one of the ways they're able to actually fit these wheels and tires on here is primarily because of the suspension system. So as you can see, this is a strut spacer setup, and as you can see, it reutilizes the actual strut from below. And then this is what is really, really interesting. Notice that they actually have a drop-down member to relocate that lower control arm. So that way everything is in the proper steering geometry and things like that. So this is one of my favorites because it's the biggest. Now, I'm curious, leave some comments down below if you think maybe I should do something like this to my Bronco. So hit me down in the comments if that's something you think we should do. Now, covering a couple of other things, this is a Truck Hero build, if you will. So Truck Hero owns a lot of different brands, one of which is Havoc Off-Road, and that is what you have here is a Havoc Off-Road front bumper. As you can see, it's got provisions for the front parking sensors, if that's something you want to do. Notice how it also has your radar sensor is going to be completely untouched, which is one of the things that I really like about it. You also notice you have some trail armor located right here, and this one also happens to have some amber LEDs that fit in there as well. So it just really looks very, very nice. In addition to that, you do have a set of infab tubular step bars, and you can see you also have even some lower rocker guards as well to keep you from scuffs and rock chips and things like that. As you can see, this one does have a set of Bushwacker fender deletes, which looks absolutely fantastic. Now, one decision that I don't really understand why they did it is why they would go with a spare tire delete. To me, I would have wanted to find some kind of an application where I could have maybe a bumper that actually has a full-size tire that is not going to be waiting on the tailgate, because there's no question a 40-inch tire is not going to be able to rest all the weight on the tailgate itself. But if you had had the opportunity to have that swing gate for the spare tire located out of that bumper, that would have been fantastic. I will tell you though, this soft top, I am not digging that. Just being very transparent, the soft top from the Ford factory is just a better quality, better stitching, just looks like it's much better done. But as you can see, it has no problem tucking 40s. Now, it is touching right here, so you're not going to want to off-road in that specific situation, but with a little bit more trimming, you could probably have absolutely no problems clearing 38s or even 40s in a 6-inch lift kit on a Ford Bronco.
All right, guys, and that's it. That's every Bronco that we were able to actually see. I'm sure there's some we missed, but let us know which one's your favorite or which products you're most excited about. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.